So how did you get into, why are you so into the environment?
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, like,
It's so crazy. Well, I'm an accidental activist, really. So truly, I started with coming up with a business. My background's in corporate law and was in the ocean, avid surfer. Love the ocean. Was going through some personal stuff with going through a divorce and found that the ocean was my sanctuary and spent so much time in the water and decided I wanted to create something, a business around it. And then developed this idea of the EcoStiks patch, originally called Patch Sticks. And it was more about surfing. But then because they were made from recycled water bottles, I realized that there was an opportunity to bring awareness to single-use plastics. So the patch itself turned into this whole opportunity to create a platform. So I love the patches. They're amazing. There's peel, stick, do all the things that, vibrant, everything that you want. But it just gave me this whole opportunity to connect with other people to bring awareness to single-use plastics.
Is
that crazy?
I keep saying I get full body chills, but like just hearing that alone and how you have you've followed your passion and your heart, and among, I know that when life happens, it kind of propels you into you can either like stop and go, I don't want to do anything, or you have the space to create.
Yeah.
And that's what you did.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah. And it took 4 years and not everybody was on my side. Let me tell you, as far as I was supposed to be doing corporate law. That's, I just didn't feel good. I didn't want to do that anymore. And then starting from scratch, a business in Santa Barbara is really challenging. I lived in a van for a year just to be able to figure out how to support myself and create a business from scratch. Right.
So you created this, how many years ago? 4?
It's 4 years next week. And it originally started B2C, like working with artists, and that's kind of the impetus of how we got into the funk zone in creating an art studio. And then it went B2B, so that's where I make the most money, is right, because I work with corporations, brands, because they buy in bulk. So like T-Mobile and Amazon and those guys buy them. So now so for me, I created the EcoStiks ecosystem because I have worked in all the different industries, nonprofit and then brands and then as an ambassador. And I thought, well, we all need to figure out how to work together. The corporations can help with the nonprofits and nonprofits can help with the ambassadors. And then all together, we're creating collaborative change. And that actually came from the environmental steward program, which is how I got here, because I wanted to educate myself a little bit more about the environment. Wasn't my background. I took the Community Environmental Council's environmental steward program. And my end of year project was this, to bring, I was super infatuated with climate stories because I thought, what a great way to make change, and no one can refute your story. It's not about facts.
Yeah,
it's not about like politics and someone skewing
Yeah.
facts and this and that. You can't tell me how I feel or I don't feel or what I observe or I don't observe. And then I was thinking, well, everyone has an individual story, put them all together, and then you have a collective story, right? And then that's what creates the change. And when you guys came to the warehouse, right, for your opening party, and I was infatuated with a taco truck, I was like, that would be my dream come true, is to have the taco truck here to record the stories around climate change, which is a huge global initiative. There's organizations all over the world recording climate stories. So thinking about how we here are making an impact globally because we're all collecting stories.
Well, and that, like you said, it's like collecting a bouquet of flowers.
Yeah,
I love that like visual of it.
Yeah.
And you can't, that's why, I wanted to create our stories, because I do think that once you share your story, like just what you said to me before we started taping of your story is like invaluable to me, because I've just learned, like, God, you can recreate yourself at any time, just like we can change the planet at any time.
Yeah.
So it just takes sharing your story to be able to inspire someone.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. 100%. And educating, right? I mean, part of it is just all of this has been a journey of educating myself and then connecting with other people, right? And then impassioning, giving you passion, and then you giving them passion to create change. And then it just kind of keeps spiraling and spiraling and spiraling. The ripple effect has been beyond what I could have ever imagined, just bobbing in the ocean with this idea of creating a patch for a wetsuit.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
In the Bay Area. So just outside Palo Alto, a little town called Portola Valley, like Stanford University area.
I know exactly where that is. Mm-hmm. And so then you came to Santa Barbara when?
For UCSB when I was 17.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So more or less stayed, and then I have my master's in international law. I lived in Spain for a few years getting that, and then I got my JD degree and kind of did legal operations, had a couple kids, got married, got divorced. Now kind of figuring out my passion, being around the environment on the other side. I
so
love
you
it.
you did you stayed here and you were totally in a different kind of life
100%.
as we all
Yeah.
thank God we all evolve and do chapters and have
Yes.
those experiences that bring us to
yes,
today, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so it really did come in that new life after you have, your divorce.
Yep, my mom had passed away. The whole, it all. I was searching for I was searching for myself, really. And
Right.
it kind of came out of loneliness because I wanted to create community. And so through all this, I've created the most amazing community with women in the water, with people who care about.
Again, I love that so much.
Yeah, I'm not alone anymore. It's so wild. And it's just, we're nothing without community.
We are nothing with I have to say, that's the same reason why I created our story. Is after my late husband died, I had everybody around, but I was alone.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, in my grief, I don't want another person to have to go through their grief alone unless they want to. Mm-hmm. And so you start to rebuild yourself and reimagine yourself and get a new community of people that I could never have imagined. And that's why we were talking about our 50s before we started taping. It's like, I'm so grateful every day because I have been given the freedom to recreate myself, just like you were saying, and then to make a difference.
Yep.
And to build a community and to give the world something that you envisioned in Mother Earth and the water. It's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I care, just like you care, right?
Yeah.
And we just care. And I think we have not enough opportunities to show people that we care. And people want those opportunities, they just don't know how, right? So we are helping them provide a space to connect. That's been the biggest joy about starting EcoStiks and, being here on Earth Day and doing the, taco truck, is giving people an opportunity to connect. They don't normally get that.
Yes. Well, I think that people think connecting is through social media.
Yeah.
And that was the most important thing for me, is to have a space to sit down and look someone in the eye and just be blown away by their story, because everybody has a good story.
Yeah, 100%.
The juicier, the better, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Stories are the best way to connect with people. I love stories.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've always been a little bit shy about sharing my own story. And so when people share their story, it gives me the confidence to share mine. And so I just go out and listen to people's stories. And every time I feel a little bit more confident to tell mine. And every time, especially around different subjects or different topics and things like that, and people expressing their vulnerability, it makes me feel like, okay, someday I'm going to be able to do that too, right?
Because it heals you.
It totally
That's the whole
heals
thing,
you.
to be, for our logos, to be seen, to be heard, to be honored. It's like, when I experience what you said, I'm gonna think about it on my walk home and go, God, that was so inspiring to me.
Yes.
It makes me feel so hopeful of the future.
Yes.
And if more women share their story, more men share their story, when they feel ready,
Yep.
it does heal. It's like healing the earth too.
I agree. Right.
Because people really get into people need to be healed.
Yeah. We've had a lot
Just
of
like the
trauma.
earth.
Yeah.
A
100%.
lot of trauma on the earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
the world is not for the faint of heart, right? Living is not easy. And somehow I think we were kind of told that white picket fences and everything would be amazing. And whoever sold us that dream was so wrong. But I think also didn't prepare us for the fact that life's not easy. So resilience, community, connections, sharing stories, that's what we need to be teaching ourselves and our kids and our community about how we're going to make it.
God, Julie, you're so awesome.
You're so...
We have to go and have a long lunch.
Yes, we have
I'm
lots
serious,
to talk.
because that is so cool.
Yeah.
I love hearing your story.
Well,
Little snippet.
I just figured it out. I'm just figuring it out, right? Because I've lived a lot of years of loneliness and a lot of years of
disconnect.
Sadness and anger and not feeling connected. And then through this work and connecting with people like you, all of a sudden it's making sense.
It's like a fire, huh?
Yeah, it's weird.
I
it's
love
when
that.
it all comes into place. Click, 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 click.
Again, I
crazy.
get full body chills. I really love this.
Yeah. We'll have coffee. There's more. And I'm excited. Maybe we'll figure out doing more things together. You know,
I
if
would
we
love. It's all about collaboration to me. That's the other
100%.
thing. That collaboration with other nonprofits and other businesses, because we're not like in our own silo.
Yeah.
And that's what I experienced in nonprofit. Because not because they didn't want to collaborate, but they're so busy doing what their cause is.
Yeah.
That they can't collaborate.
Yeah.
So I think the more that everybody collaborates, the better off we'll be no matter what.
Oh, 100%.
Community, again.
Yeah, 100%. Because if you're not collaborating and you're only in your silo, you're only making a difference in that one little piece.
Right.
But then often you're not seeing the bigger picture. And so you could be on a trajectory thinking you're making all the good in the world, but you're not seeing what the community around you, and you're obsolete, or it's not the right thing, or you're not connecting with the people around you to make sure that what you're doing is actually what the community needs.
But
It's
that's
true.
exactly what you were saying about your experience, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you were so into doing the wife, the mom, all
Totally.
of that, which is great.
Yep.
But you cannot see sometimes the bigger picture, which makes people feel lonely.
Yes.
And then once you let go and you're not afraid anymore, and you can see this huge other picture and how you can contribute,
Yes.
that's what fills us up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this decade is going to be the best.
Yes.
And the following
wait.
decade is going to be better.
I know. I can't wait.
We get to be sage.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Ah.
I feel ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
This has been
So
so
thank
enjoyable.
you.
Oh my gosh, well, I can't wait
I
for
love.
coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. That was really cathartic for me. Thank you for letting me share that. Seriously.
Well, thank you for letting me witness it.
and to have someone record it. That makes me
I know,
feel
isn't it?
really like
This is
empowered,
the whole thing, right?
It didn't just go off into the ether.
Yeah.
Someone recorded it for me so that
Yeah.
maybe I get to hear it, or someone else gets to hear it, and I am going to be seen
Yeah.
and heard.
And you're going to inspire someone else, because whomever will hear it and go, that's where I am right now. And I
Yeah.
know I can do something different.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love
Joy,
it.
thank
Oh my
you
gosh.
so much. Isn't it cool? I love it too. We have all received a gift, an expected or anticipated gift for a birthday, anniversary, retirement. Each time we receive that gift, whether it meets our expectation, we feel something. Happy, sad, disappointed. The gifts that are unexpected, unconditional, small or large, have the potential of changing the trajectory of a life. Someone pays for your groceries when you're out of money, leaves you a big tip just when you think you can't afford your rent. Those are the gifts that ease our fears, make us grateful, and want to help others. This is a space where we share how those gifts, big or small, make a difference and change our lives. Welcome to the Starfish Connection.